Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. I'm hearing abundance. Abundance. Thank you, Spirit. We received that. All right, let's see. Let's get a card for the overall energy of your reading. A fiery climax approaches. Balance spirituality and practicality. And be bold and make the first move. I definitely get that this is moving you towards your abundance. It feels like that. There's something that's coming to a head for you. I'm getting big break energy. A fiery climax approaches. This is full moon in Aries vibes. So you're being rewarded for your effort, for your willingness to be independent and to have a strong will and dedicate it towards something. 144 on the timer. You are a chosen one, and you have aligned yourself with the energy of progress, of effort. You've been creating. Aries energy is passionate. It creates, it initiates. So you're receiving the prosperity that you have earned, okay? Balance spirituality and practicality. I feel like this is what you've been doing. Your spiritual nature and your practicality. Practicality is related to the earth element, which is abundance. You've been giving your energy and time and effort towards something that involves work and spirituality. So this is what you're called to do. You're creating something that is making a difference in the world. You've chosen to align with your true purpose, which is creating major change. Major change. And this major change could be the culmination of many small changes, but these are many small steps that you've taken to create a big impact. So never underestimate the power of one right decision because each positive choice that you've made has set you up for success for the next step. Okay. It says be bold and make the first move. This is cardinal energy. You're an initiator. There's something that you're being guided to do, to start. I'm seeing like a chain link. Okay? Is that what you call it? Link, chain link? Where you are an initiator. You might have a lot of cardinal energy in your chart, but Divine is saying, okay, so like a fiery climax is coming, right? But then also because of your balance that you've achieved, and this is Pisces energy, full moon in Pisces energy, balancing your spirituality and your practicality, you are going to have another start to something else that's wonderful. So you're achieving a wonderful manifestation, but that takes you right into something else. Divine is saying you'll never quit. You'll never stop. You'll never quit. You'll never stop. You keep going on and on and on and on. That's something that I'm hearing Q-Tip say in Vibrant Thing. It goes on and on and on. I don't know. But you go on and on and on. You never stop, and you never will stop. There may have been reasons that you had to stop. I'm seeing you walking along. Okay? You've got something that you're carrying over your shoulder. You're prepared for your journey. And then I'm seeing like obstacles being thrown. Like there are people on the sides standing behind the bushes and they're like rolling stuff out in front of your feet on your path, trying to get you to trip, trying to get you to stop. I'm hearing if we give them enough injuries, they'll quit. That's the vibe that someone has had, that they wanted you to feel so devastated by certain obstacles that they presented on your path. They felt like if they did that enough, they would stop you. I'm getting that, and I'm channeling here, okay? I use cards and also my direct connection to spirit. So I'm getting that they wanted to stop you because as they observe your progress, it makes them look bad. Like that's 555 on the timer. They wanted to create negative change for you in your world. They felt like the better you look, which is all they're concerned with. It's not about the quality of what you do or the wonderful change that you create in the world. It's just that they, in their mind, this is an enemy. They just think that you look too good. They're only concerned about looks and what's on the surface. But what perturbs them so much, what makes them itch, what makes them so angry, is that they know that, yes, you look amazing, but what's beneath the surface is just as good as what you show to the world. They know that that's the only way that you are able to project such beautiful energy, to radiate such beautiful energy, is that what lies beneath the surface is also high quality. It's divine. Okay, so yes, a fiery climax approaches, but you're also going to have, that's going to lead you right into another beginning, another situation that you are, like you're never going to stop. You just keep going with your blessings and your abundance. Thank you, Spirit. What else is coming through for this beautiful being? Trust. Divine is asking you to trust yourself. Yeah. Trust takes you to a place of, I heard, easy manifestation. And I never say that anything on the spiritual path is easy, but Divine is bringing that through. That with all the hard work you've put in, you're coming to a time now where it's going to feel easy to manifest as long as you trust. And that could sometimes be the hurdle or the obstacle, is just clearing your mind and reminding yourself, oh, I need to trust myself. I need to trust the Divine. Divine has got my back. I don't have anything to worry about. What looks like an obstacle is actually just a challenge that's going to help me grow. Or maybe the challenge right now is just for me to trust Spirit. It doesn't even have to be an obstacle. You see what I'm saying? This is a huge reward. Because this isn't just coming to you just because. This is coming to you because you have done so much work to build your spiritual, I'm hearing reservoir. You've got like a reserve of not only wonderful tools to use, but also spiritual energy that you've been nurturing. You've got spiritual abundance. And now you can just allow it to continue to grow and to nurture you. Whatever it is in your life that you've been nurturing, it is going to nurture you now. Ashe! Okay, we're gonna get into the cards. Oh, that one fell. Somebody hired a private investigator. Okay, these are those obstacles that they were talking about. Somebody hired a private investigator to research you. I'm hearing what you've been creating is so good, they didn't believe that it was for real. So somebody's been snooping, trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, trying to figure out the secret to your growth. The secret is your hard work. The secret is your dedication. You are a breath of fresh air. Yes, you are, beautiful being. This is your unique energy coming through. And that's right under the trust card. Divine is saying to trust that you are a breath of fresh air to whatever community it is that you nurture. Whether it's your home, a platform online, whatever it is that you nurture, a work environment, you're a breath of fresh air. There have been people who have wanted to persuade you into thinking that you are not a breath of fresh air, but that's because they're very envious of your energy. I'm hearing, listen to the right voice. You'll know the right voice when you hear it. The one that brings anxiety and a lack of trust in yourself, that's not the right voice. That's the voice of the people throwing obstacles in your way. That's the voice of the people who have attempted to harm you in the past. That's the voice of the people who have been at the ready to abuse you. They are no longer coming along with you. They are no longer aligned with you on this timeline that you have now entered. Health is improving. Ashe. I feel like this is due to an intentional effort to improve your frequency, to elevate your vibe, to strengthen your spiritual abundance, which is clear that you've been doing. So you're going to have all kinds of benefits that you experience because of your willingness to nurture yourself. Smell. Okay, you might be experiencing, I think it's called clairaudience, where your sense of smell is used to, spirit connects with you and communicates with you through your sense of smell. You might just start to smell a loved one's perfume or cologne out of the blue. You might smell something that someone you loved used to bake for you or cook for you or whatever. So it can be a way for the ancestors to communicate with you. If you're a medium, this is a clair that is awakening for you, but it's something that you can definitely tap into. Also using certain scents, like certain incense scents, can help you tune into certain frequencies. People are seeing through their lies and trickery. So those people that were lined up on your path, hiding, what is it they say? Throwing rocks and hiding their hands. There's been a lot of people like that on your path. A lot. But people are seeing through their lies and their tricks. I'm getting that they invested a lot of energy into doing that. 1333 on the timer. Yeah, this is about an ending for certain people in your life. Whatever influence they had over you, it's over. And this is because of a very wise, it's a series of wise choices that you've made. A series of wise choices that has led to your temperance. We're in minute 14. That's the temperance card in tarot. Your balance. Yeah, there are people who have wished misery on you, and now they are experiencing that same extreme misery that they wished on you. Divine says that the purpose of that is so that they will create a radical change in their life. But even if they experience just a small change, it's better than no change at all. They're saying you came into this lifetime to shake shit up, and that you did. You've held up a mirror to many of these miserable beings who love to spread the misery that they feel, and you showed them who they are, because you refused to allow their lies to become your truth. You knew that they were lying, and you called a spade a spade. That took courage, and it also creates a wave of change. You were dealing with someone with a dark triad personality. This includes Machiavellianism. I have a hard time saying that word. But it's a very cold, distant type of personality that's very smart. Okay? These are people who are very smart. They know how to figure people out. They know how to determine what people want. They're very, I don't want to say intuitive, but they're just very smart when it comes to social interaction and how to use their social interaction with other people in order to manipulate them. These are also people who are very cold parents, okay, as far as their parenting practices and patterns. A lot of them are very cold and distant from their own children. They do not seek to nurture and comfort their children. This dark triad personality includes narcissism as well, and psychopathy. Okay? You might want to research that if it interests you, or if this is something that you have experienced, like you've experienced something with a person that fits this bill. Okay, Spirit. So what I'm getting here with these energies that are coming through is that you were dealing with someone who is highly manipulative and who is likely involved with a cult, and more than likely sought to control you through a karmic attachment. I'm getting that this could also be a partner, an ex, who sought to control you through energetic attachments. Your gentle nature is precious, and that's something that people realize and they wanted to take advantage of. It's your healing energy that they wanted to siphon, but they've been cut off from that. I want my curiosity. Here we go. Thank you, Divine. Please clarify this energy that's come through. What does this beautiful being need to know? Yeah. So, envy vibes. Envy wears many faces. Sometimes it shows up as fake support, fake concern, or unsolicited advice. So there were people who were trying to cast illusions on your life. I'm getting through rituals, but also through their words. Because what they saw in you, the progress and the strength that they've seen in you, it bothered them. These people are feeling very exposed at this time because we're in minute 19, the Sun card in the tarot is card 19. This is also a warning from Spirit, like just a comforting message, but also a heads up, which I know you already know, but just a reminder that with your precious energy and your gentle nature, there are people who will want to take advantage of that in the future. They will seek access to your energy that they don't deserve, and they will kind of see you as and this is with any chosen being who is on their aligned path, okay? But what happens is that people tend to see chosen beings as a charging station or an opportunity to just simply sort of, I'm seeing like a gas station, and they pull up and think that they can fill up on your energy and then leave and go do whatever it is that they want to. So a number one indicator of someone who is not right for you and who just wants to take advantage of your energy is someone who comes to use you or fill up on your energy, but then they leave. They don't make any sort of commitment or demonstrate any sort of committed behavior towards you. Okay? Beware of that. Also, give yourself time when you link up with someone or start getting to know someone. Give yourself time to move slowly with them and see what you see and feel what you feel. And be honest with yourself about what you notice. Okay, a trusted friend. Someone who you once trusted is now suffering consequences, because this is someone that it's someone who reassured you somehow, either through their communication or through their actions at one time, that they could be trusted, but they are now suffering consequences because their trust, the trust that they told you that you could have in them, or the trust that they tried to generate within you all's relationship, they did not use it wisely. And so it says no more running. The karma is catching up and someone's being held accountable. There could be someone here who is in prison or who is awaiting trial for crimes that they've committed. I'm also getting that there is there could be some sort of scam here where there are people who tried to scheme against you and they ended up turning on each other because they were all guilty of something that was illegal. So they've begun to turn on one another. Okay, so that's another thing that's coming through with this trusted friend card. There are people who attacked you and they thought that they were 2233 on the timer. Yep. They thought that their collaboration, that 3 energy, was balanced with the 2s, 2233, but it was not. It was not. So people who aligned themselves against you, they have turned on each other and are now suffering consequences because they've been ratting each other out. They've been throwing shade at each other. So this started where people were throwing shade at you. They could have been because of their envious vibes. They were sending cutting messages and very rude statements regarding who you are and what you do. They were sending these out there. I'm seeing like group chats, really disgusting messages that they were putting out there about you and what you do. But now these people have turned on each other and they're now throwing shade at one another. There is no honor among thieves here, I'm hearing. Yeah, shady dealings. There's money, influence, or power changing hands in a way that isn't meant to be traced. But with that consequences card coming out, there's definitely some things that have come to light. And these people are going broke. So whatever shady dealings they were interacting with, it has not paid off because they didn't do it the right way. They weren't generating their own abundance. They were trying to tap into yours. I'm going to take a look at this true crime deck to see if there's anything that Divine wants you to be aware of now at this time. We've got party at the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing the party is over. Okay, this one was, they're all turned the right way, but this one is here. Yeah, they're feeling trapped. There could be someone here who harmed an animal or animals. That could be something that they're into. Oh, I'm getting that in a very perverted way as well. There could be some very dark, inappropriate, sadistic behavior here. What's coming through for this beautiful being, Divine? Okay, so we have accomplice, partner in crime. That came through before, that whoever this was that was working against you, they trusted each other, but and they trusted each other enough to do their dirty deeds together and working against you. Okay, the crimes that they committed were done out of jealousy. All right, and everyone involved was jealous of you. But now they're having to suffer the consequences of this. There's something that happened in a hotel or a motel that they are now being held responsible for. What is this that they were... Okay, and also their home. So this went over a long span of time. This whole crime pattern and whatever it was that these people were doing, this was done over a long period of time and in many different areas. Yeah, it definitely had to do with money, with the greed card showing itself. Their greed is being exposed with the sunlight shining on that gold bar. Also, I'm getting that they weren't able to use whatever temporary abundance it was that they got off of your back. Like whatever money or wealth it was that they felt that they had because of you, they have not been able to use it. It's like having a gold bar hidden in your house. They haven't been able to accomplish anything with the money that they received because of you. So they see that their efforts were pointless. There's a family involved here. I'm getting that this family is a front. It's not really, so there's a family that pretends to be, I mean, they are a family, but there's so much behind the curtain that they have tried to not reveal. There's somebody who lives the life of a family person, but they are not a family person, okay? You see how they're like in the shade there? Also, what I'm getting is that this person could have targeted you and your family, or this group could have targeted you and your family. You might have a child that they also targeted out of greed. They did this out of greed and jealousy. They wanted to target this child in order to set you back emotionally. They felt that because if you are a parent, you are an excellent parent. And they felt that if they could do something to your child and your relationship with your child, that they would impact you in a way that would set you back from doing whatever it is that you do that is so creative and brilliant. That's how intimidated they are by your progress. I'm getting that there could be a fake marriage here. I'm getting like a marriage that was built on sand. So there's someone here, and there could be multiple people in this group who have either a miserable marriage, or they are married in order to accomplish something, but it has nothing to do with love or commitment. There could be people in this group that have married for money, and it's now coming back to haunt them because I'm hearing they haven't paid their dues. They wanted a free ride and they haven't paid their dues. Take that as it resonates. Okay, somebody's trying to, okay, yep, they haven't paid their dues. They haven't achieved a healthy relationship with their spouse or partner. And what I'm getting is that that's one reason why they feel so jealous of you and wanted to attack you. You have people in this group. I'm seeing a lot of feminine energies, okay, or female energies, but there could be masculines here as well. But they were so jealous of you because they're, let me get clarity on that. I'll come back to the rest of those cards there. Okay. Divine, why is spouse, partner out here? Why were they jealous regarding their spouse or partner? What was going on here? They wanted to hold on to their spouse because they were afraid of karma shifting in a direction that would result in their spouse coming to you. So this person or these people are extremely jealous of you, 3111 on the timer, because for at least one person in this group, or it could be multiple people in this group, they are very envious of the feelings that their spouse had or has for you. And so them attacking you was their desperate effort to try to hold on to their partner, 3141 on the timer, so that they would not reap the karma that they have to pay. They have to pay for this karma, because what came through before was that a lot of these relationships, or there is a person here with a relationship that was not built on a solid foundation. And that's why they were always so anxious about losing their lover, losing their spouse to you. Now they're trying to clean up and cover up a mess that they created. They're trying to hide in the shadows because they are ashamed of what they have done to you. There's someone here who's gonna need a caregiver. This is someone who has tried to bring harm to you. So either because of their physical health or their mental health, someone in this group is going to need a caregiver. It could be multiple people, but they are going to find that their health is not in a good state. It's not in a solid state, and they are going to need assistance. I'm also seeing that someone here could be older in age, and they wanted to hold on to their partner because they want them to be a caregiver for them in their older age. This could be financially. They want someone to take care of them financially, but also physically. They're very afraid of getting old and not being able to take care of themselves. Tell me more about this. Yeah, okay. These jealous beings, 3333, as we pull the Three of Cups, these jealous beings observed your Ten of Cups, your happiness, your emotional fulfillment. And they got together with this coven type of energy, okay? Thinking that they could trust one another. Okay, I picked up this. So they started doing stuff like this, very cultish behavior, dark rituals, the Devil card, in order to control the situation, because they wanted to control an empress. You're seen here as the empress or emperor, take it how it resonates. And I'm seeing here both Ten of Cups and family. They were jealous of whatever commitments you have in your life and of your family, the solidarity that you have in your family, in your home, and your emotional life. Wow. please tell us more? What does this beautiful being need to know about the situation? Yeah. Because of all that you've been through, you have done very intense shadow work. Because this situation really put you in a frame of mind where you were either going to sink or swim. Because I'm seeing that your entire community, whether this is a work environment, a neighborhood environment, for some of you I'm getting it could be a church group or something like that, some kind of like just a group of people that had consistent meetings, or you were together a lot. You saw these people a lot, okay? So because of that, it's like something was tying you together. It could be that you couldn't just up and change your job, or you couldn't just up and move, or you couldn't just get away from these people. So you were forced to heal so that all of this negative energy that they were sending you, it didn't awaken and bother certain energies from your past. Because I feel like that's what happened. If there were energies from your past, like old wounds, old traumas, those things were reawakened by this experience. And so you did not want to continue to experience that, so you were forced to heal from within. Regarding these people who wanted to attack you, they are now having to deal with the fact that they are with people who drag their feet in committal. The commitment that they were so afraid of losing to you, they still don't have it. So even if you never speak to these people's partners, even if you never have anything to do with them, it really doesn't matter, because the problem to begin with was that they didn't feel that they had a commitment with their person in the first place. And nothing has changed. They've been through all of this. They've done all this dirty work, all of these rituals, all of these crimes, and they still don't have 3727, the love of their person, the true love and commitment from their person. They still don't have it. So all they did was ruin their life, trying to ruin you, and they still don't have what they set out to get, which was their person's love, admiration, and commitment. I'm getting that their person, when they look at them, they feel sick. So what did they fix by coming after you? There's something that these people, and this is a message from Spirit, there's something that someone is trying to bring back to life. Okay? They're trying to bring something back to life. What is it, Spirit, that they're trying to bring back to life? I'm getting that these people are in Five of Pentacles. They're isolated. They're in a state of poverty and isolation and misery. What is it that they're trying to bring back to life? The Knight of Pentacles. They want solidarity with you. They want to ride with you as long as they possibly can. And they want whatever prosperity they can get from you. They see how hardworking you are. They see you as a source of vitality and sunlight and progress. They want strength from you. They want your strength so that they can come back to life. Look at this. They want you to bring them back to life. They want to come to your world so they can get your strength. It's a no. It's a hell no. Yeah, Divine is encouraging you to be in hermit mode regarding these people. Now, if you want to be out and about and doing what you want to do, connecting with people that are high vibe and are good for you and in alignment with your goals and your chosen path and purpose, then that's fine. But regarding these people, it's a no. And I get that with that consequences card, some of them are not going to be able to access you anyway, because some of them are about to be in prison, or at least in jail. And if not in physical jail, in spiritual jail. Okay? This one fell over. Yep, rusting chains. Holding them back with outdated beliefs. Yeah, they're holding themselves back with outdated beliefs. The belief that they have that you are a source of power for them, like you're a charging station for them, that's an outdated belief. They need to let that go. What else is coming through, Spirit, regarding this energy? You have a sacred fire within you, which is what has supported you throughout this whole shady process. It's been a shady process from their perspective because they were nothing but greedy, jealous, envious, insecure, conniving, and law breaking. Okay, I'm getting that they were not afraid to break a law if they felt that it would get them the result that they needed or that they wanted. Okay? But it's a positive experience for you in that it allowed you the opportunity to go within and to do intense shadow work that has now awakened your sacred fire. So you benefit from all of it. You've ignited the flame of transformation. You've purified and renewed yourself through passion. This says, let your passions burn brightly and fuel your path forward. This sacred fire will guide you through times of uncertainty and lead you to fulfillment. Absolutely. That's like that, 4144 was up there. A fiery climax approaches. See? And sacred fire, you've brought yourself to this moment where the work that you've done, the transformation that you have gone through, has led you to a space where you can be so proud of who you are and you can enjoy the fruit of your labor. Not only the labor that you've put forth toward your abundant ventures, your creativity, but also the labor that you've put into healing yourself and into strengthening your heart, nurturing, healing, and strengthening your heart space. Thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and get a Shaman's Dream Oracle and see what's coming through here. We've got the crossing initiation, and that's what this process was for you, an initiation into your truth, your divine nature, your divine self. Because like what came through before, you were either going to sink or swim, and you chose to swim. And you've been initiated now into a divine path that you're completely aligned with. Thank you, Spirit. What message is coming through for this beautiful being? Will-o'-the-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. So this refers to that intense shadow work that you've done. It's paying off in a very big way. There's a reward for going through this darkness. And that's something that all of these dark beings who put this on you, my dashiki keeps riding up. That's something that those beings who just wanted to spread their evil, they never could have imagined that in the end you would rise above every single obstacle that they threw on your path. But you've done it. And it's made you so much stronger and so much more reassured of your own sacred fire. Treasures hidden in the shadows, the great mystery, epiphany. Will-o'-the-wisp hovers in her luminescent glory above the twilight moors of your life, whispering for you to step into the fog, into the mystery, the unknown. You may have been visited by her before, but, though intrigued, you refused her invitation. It would be safer, you decided, to remain on the journey you know. While you always have a choice as to whether to follow her or not, you never know when you might encounter her again. In this sense, turning away has its own consequences. Why is the known so appealing? It's only when you wake up to its restrictions, its soft prison or golden cage, that you realize there must be more. So you remember when during the intro of the reading, we pulled the Cardinal card, where it's like I said, the chain link. So it's always going to be a new beginning. So I feel like Divine is saying to gather the strength from what you've been through to encourage you for whatever else you may need to go through. Because just like your willingness to heal your shadows has paid off, it's going to continue to pay off in the future, okay? Will-o'-the-Wisp has come to you once again to offer you magic, but you will have to sacrifice certainty in the pursuit of adventure. Your comfort zone for the dangers of discovery, your well-trodden path for the detours that may very well lead you astray, or will they? Can you accept that losing yourself will bring you closer to your true self? The profound shift of an epiphany can occur only when you risk the detour and enter the unknown. Now is the time to trust higher forces to lead you into this place, these worlds hidden at the threshold between what was and what can be. Here is where you will learn about your own unmaking, to unmask yourself. Love what you discover, dark or light. See it all as divine, and find a quiet, thrumming power waiting for you to channel it into the world for good. The treasure you find, filled with the wealth of love and kindness, that's your abundance. True prosperity, love, kindness, true prosperity is ripe to share with others. This is a very abundant season for you. And Divine is encouraging you to continue to investigate who you are and to love what you find out about yourself, and to approach whatever adventure comes to you with wonder and trust in yourself and trust in the divine. It says, she is here for you now. Will you accept her invitation? A great bounty of goodness awaits you. This is an invitation for you to experience abundance. There may be something new on your path that you are being invited to explore. But just like that trust card came out at the beginning, Divine is saying that you have everything that you need to succeed right where you are right now, and also where you're headed, because your path is truly abundant. Ashe, thank you, Spirit, for that message, and thank you so much, beautiful being, for tuning in. I hope that this message brought you clarity and insight and good vibes, and I love you, and I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and so many blessings. Take care.